Hello everybody, your good friend and project lead of Faulty Apprentice, Din here to share the latest and greatest of Faulty Apprentice. So we've got some really exciting news and some updates from July, namely the release date for the final game. So we have that announced. Please stay tuned to the end of this video for that specific date. But before then, there's some other dates I want to share with you, namely the ones up here above me. So if you would like a early access to Chapter 2, please pre-order the game by August 10th. If you're supported us on Kickstarter or on Patreon already, you guys are already set up. But for those of you that haven't and you missed those campaigns or you're not into Patreon, definitely pre-order the game and you will get a copy of Chapter 2 before anybody else. So it's a lovely little perk. We also have, if you want early access to the full game to play the beta, give us some feedback on any final tweaks we can do. Also pre-order before the game release date, I'm going to say at the end of this video. So, excellent. Let's talk about new stuff from July. So first off, we have a secret scene with the Archery Instructor, which is really, So, she's doing something a little naughty somewhere in the castle, but who knows where. I can't tell you that, otherwise it wouldn't be fun and it wouldn't be a secret scene. So, if you can find her, you're definitely going to want to. And if you have too much trouble finding her, you can join us at the Royal Guard tier on Patreon and get a strategy guide for how to unlock that scene. Cool. Next up is the Goth Guard. She's a little touchy right now. So normally when you touch characters in game, you get arrested if you're not in a relationship with them, but not anymore with the Goth Guard. So next time you're in jail, we invite you to go give her a feel and see what happens. It's might be pretty cool. So definitely check that out. Also, if I'm moving pretty fast, that's just because we have a lot of stuff to talk about today and I don't want to waste any of you guys' time. So excellent. Next up is, maybe I should have started with this first, which is the first guard. She can now be talked to as well and have her morale affected. So she was actually later on the list and she's kind of an important character, so we didn't want to do her too soon. We kind of saved her for the end, first for the end, kind of weird, ironic in a way. But even though she doesn't have a relationship path, you can still affect her morale and get to know her. So that's really cool. So we invite you to start talking to her too. On the note of relationship paths, this is the big one. Those of you who've been waiting for the commander. I have no time for boyfriends. Yeah, we'll see. The commander, she is, as you guessed, she's probably one of the most difficult characters to relationship in the game. And she's tied to the main storyline, so not only is she going to be a little different, but she is going to be very difficult. So good luck with that. It's still possible. If you do have trouble, we also have a strategy guide available for Royal Guard tiers on Patreon. So excellent. Good luck talking to her. Next up on the list is the master equipment sets. Yes, you can become the master. These are master equipment sets for each class in the game. So for sword and shield, bow and arrow, book and scroll, sword, archery, mage, and the rogue. So now each of those have master equipment sets that you can find in the game. If I say find because they are actually hidden within the game. We're not going to just really give them to you straight up. The locations can be found at any time during your playthrough, but certain conditions have to be met to truly unlock these master sets. So they look really, really cool. Right now they are purely cosmetic. We are planning to have like a little stat bonus with them, but we're kind of still doing the math on exactly what we want that stat bonus to be. So if you have anything you'd like to see, feel free to give us your opinion on that. We'd love to hear it. And but they look really cool, so definitely unlock them just for the cosmetic value. So next up, we have a boom. Hey sugar, the bunny egg hunt. So due to popular demand, we have incorporated the formerly limited time spring event into the full game itself. So if you had a lot of fun with that, now you can have fun again. Or if you missed it, now's your chance to really play that and enjoy. So really, really cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, people love that, so we definitely invite you to join that in. So next up is training cap unlocked. So previously there was a limit on you could only do one training in each field per day. Now, off the roof, you can train as much as you want. There's still limited slots per day. You can only do 4 actions, but Now if you find yourself struggling with an urgent job, you can go back and boost your skills, head back over there and, wipe the floor with those monsters, whatever you need to do. So that's a really useful thing, and we hope you really enjoyed that. Excellent. Next up, speaking of training, we also have the stealth training that just got unlocked for Royal Guards. That's coming to Night Patrons on the 5th of August. So do look forward to that, all you Darksiders out there. So whether you want to help, destroy Starstreach Castle, or maybe you just want to get closer to that the Dark Elves arena over there, this training is for you. So, but not for the faint of heart, trust me. Okay, so be ready for that, and we hope you enjoy it in a sick, twisted, evil way that you would. Alright, speaking of evil, surprise goblin attacks. Yikes, watch out. At the beginning of Chapter 2, the castle is not quite as safe as it used to be. So while you're walking around, exploring, smelling the roses, you might be smelling a goblin fart because they are right next to you, waiting to sneak attack you. So watch out for that. Right now, we are just kind of experimenting with the mechanic. What we want to have was beating these goblins and these surprise attacks will unlock gold for you, which you can later on use in the gallery mode to unlock fan art and that kind of other cool artwork. So we definitely, plan on doing that. But for right now, it's kind of just trying out the mechanic and difficulty level. So we're interested in hearing your feedback on that. Excellent. And then speaking of fan art, we have a kind of the final call for fan art. We are getting into the final stages of development, so we've been saving the gallery mode for last, but it's coming near. It's getting, sooner and closer every day. So if you've done some fan art for Faulty Apprentice, make sure you've sent that to us. If you want to do some fan art for Faulty Apprentice, do not delay. Get that to us within the next month or so, because we'd love to feature it in game. We'd love to have it unlockable. Where my partner and I are huge art fans. We love artwork, so we'd love to see your guys' artwork, and I'm sure players would love to see it too. So look forward to seeing that from you guys. Nice. All right. Whew. Last but not least, the final chapter has begun. The return of Valtes. So, if you played the game so far, you've probably heard of him. Who is this guy? Is he even going to show up? Is he even real? Well, now it's time for you to find out, because the final chapter has begun, and it's effing crazy. So, we look forward to hearing your guys' thoughts on that. Again, I can't really say anything. I don't want to spoil anything like that, so definitely check that out. Look forward to it. It's the game's, it's getting really epic. So we really hope you enjoy that. So now maybe what you guys have all been waiting for is when's the freaking release date? Let's talk about that right now. We have the official release date for Faulty Apprentice is coming November 12th, 2020. No, just kidding. 2019. No, we're not gonna make you guys wait another year. So November 12th. Please look forward to that. Again, just a reminder on some of those other dates. If you haven't, pre-order by August 10th. If you want to get a copy of Chapter 2 ahead of time, give us some feedback on that. Pre-order before, I think, November 10th, if you'd like to get early access to actually, probably a month before that. We'll give you a deadline on that. So basically, don't wait to pre-order if you want access to those early versions, so you can give us feedback and help us polish everything off. Really look forward to that. Also, please wishlist on Steam if you haven't yet. That would help us out a lot, and that way you don't miss the release date. It's going to be a huge party on Steam, so we want you to be a part of that. Lighting off poppers with us and all that good stuff. If you already supported us on Kickstarter, just as a reminder, you will get copies of the Chapter 2 and the early beta access, so look forward to that. If you missed the Kickstarter campaign, either support us on Patreon or pre-order if you want to take advantage of that. The benefits of supporting us on Patreon is we love you to death, and you can start playing Chapter 2 right now. You can start playing the beginning of Chapter 3 right now, and depending on your tier, you can even get access to strategy guides to really make the most of your playthrough and get everything you want out of the game. So a lot of really cool stuff going on. Just a little note on the Patreon: this game, Faulty Apprentice, is 100% funded by the community. So we thank you guys so much for all the support you've given us. If you're looking for a game to support, we'd love to have you. But yeah, rock and roll to that. Let's talk about what's coming next. What's in the future. Really good stuff. We have the final scenes for all the relationship paths. So if you've been, spending time with your favorite girl in Faulty Apprentice or guy, spending time with your favorite character, then now's the time for you to make them your boyfriend or girlfriend. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully you've said the right things to get to that point. So it should be really awesome. We hope you enjoy that. And yeah, leave us a comment to let us know what you thought. Be sure to like this video if you haven't yet. We'd really appreciate that. It helps expose Faulty Apprentice to other people that might like it. So without further ado, thank you for watching this little devlog update. Once again, November 12th is the release date. Please pre-order by August 10th if you want to take advantage of early access. Thank you very much for your time. Look forward to seeing you in game. I guess that didn't make sense, but look forward to sharing our game with you. Bye.